Guys, so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about Porsha Williams of the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Dish Nation interview where she talks about being tear gassed and the George Floyd protests. Finally, okay guys, finally, I can't tell you guys how good it feels to finally watch a Real Housewives of Atlanta talk about something other than third grade topics, okay? It feels so good to see one of them acting like a damn adult, okay? So automatically for me, this puts Porsha automatically at the top. She really is my favorite housewife, and especially on the cast of the Atlanta cast. I mean, oh, it feels so good. Now, we all know the other day, her and her fiance Dennis decided to do something about the march. They just didn't sit back and watch it on television. They actually went and got involved. And not only did they get involved and marched and protest, they actually got tear gassed. Crazy. They actually shot tear gas into the crowd of peaceful protesters. I mean, it's insane. It's really insane. And you just gotta respect Porsha for doing something like that. I mean, most people talk about it. She just didn't talk about it. She did something about it. She went down, her and Dennis, and got involved. Well, now today she did an interview with E.T., and she talked about what motivated her to go down there.
I have definitely been a witness to a lot of police brutality in my lifetime. And when I watched the video when George Floyd was murdered, it really touched me in a different way. For me to sit there and see a black man who was completely unarmed, not resisting, laying on the ground, face on the pavement, a knee in his neck, two other officers laying on the applying pressure on the rest of his body, the amount of time that he was down, every cry that he cried out when he asked for his mother, all of that touched me in a completely different way. I'm a mother now, and God forbid I would have to go through anything like that to lose a child. God forbid if I'm already gone, my child is on the ground under the knee of a police officer who was supposed to protect and serve them, snuffing their life out with soulless eyes. So to be able to see that, it felt like I was literally it felt like I was there.
I could definitely relate to how she felt when she saw that video. I mean, many people felt that way. And it's not just Porsha that had those feelings. A lot of the housewives, I know Ramona did the Blackout Tuesday, so did Erica Girardi. I mean, a lot of them came forward and supported in different ways, but she was the only one that actually went down there and put her money where her mouth is. I mean, she really, really went out on a line, because you have to remember, most of these reality stars, they worry about their reputation or how it's gonna look, and she didn't worry about any of that. She went down there, and she also said that she did have support from Andy Cohen.
It was very heartwarming for Andy to reach out to me and to know that he stands beside me as my boss, and me being African American and him knowing what we're going through as a people. It was very, very important and powerful for him to repost that and give it attention and show that he's on the right side of history with this one.
Now, she would go on to say just how important it is that we all stick together and stand up for what's right, because at the end of the day, we can't afford to lose not one more life.
Because this is life or death at this moment. If we lose this battle, there are more African Americans who are going to die.
Being silent or not intervening, to me, you're complicit. Mr. Floyd died in our hands, and so I see that as being complicit.
That acknowledgement left Floyd's brother sobbing. A new report by NBC News finds that since 2015, Officers from the Minneapolis Police Department have used so-called neck restraints, using an arm or leg to compress someone's neck, on suspects more than 200 times. And in at least 44 of those cases, the suspects lost consciousness.
Now, Porsha was so right in her statements. We can't afford to let this happen again. We all have to do something about it. I mean, it's just time that this ends. So my hat goes off to you, Porsha. You are hands down my favorite housewife. And not only that, thank you for what you did. You really, really, really contributed it in a huge way, and we all appreciate it. So we have a lot to talk about in the comments section. We certainly can talk about how we feel about the entire situation, but also I want to know, has this changed you guys' perspective of Porsha? I mean, she always kind of had the reputation of, you know, being really mouthy and sassy and sometimes even an airhead. But this really, really makes me respect her a lot more. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments section. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. If you haven't already subscribed and hit the notification bell, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.